What's up guys, it's Dannic here live from Amsterdam Dance Event and you're watching Toasted.
Hey Dannic, welcome to ADE 2017.
Thank you.
You look pretty fresh for somebody who had his own label party yesterday.
Yeah, I just woke up, maybe that's why.
Hey, but it was a big success, you told me, right?
Yeah, it was sold out. Yeah, we had to actually send people out of the club because it was too hectic, but it was amazing. There's so many fans, so many people that are like believing in the funk sound, so I was really happy.
Of course, this is an important year for you, right? I mean, you have you have your album out, which I think is great. You have a sampling album out of all the artists that you signed. Where will you take funk next?
We're gonna take it to the next level because I think over like last year there were a lot of things on the background. Like I switched to different companies and we, which eventually takes time off from doing what I really love to do, is like helping artists and making music, etc. So everything now is just completely finished and done, and we have the right people on the right job right now. So I think next year is definitely a year of really building with funk and with the whole team and taking it to the next level. Because
are you looking for talent still?
Of course, always. The whole funk thing is driven about talent, is focused around talent, and I still see a lot of talent in my demo email every day. But the only thing is like, I'm searching for people that are really passionate about something. So it just takes time before I actually know if I'm really gonna add someone to the funk family.
What do you have to bring to the table to get signed by you?
First of all, groove. Groove is in funk, is in my DJ sets. But groove is kind of, there's still like a wide range. Like you have like groovy stuff, which is more like techie, but also like groovy towards big room, and that's kind of the range where I'm searching tracks in. And besides that, yeah, I like basically what I play in my DJ sets. That's what I'm searching for.
Funk has always been, I would say, well, it's really important throughout your life and throughout your career, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I started off with Hardwell and Revealed and everything, and that was amazing. And I'm really honored to be on the label still. But like for me, it was time to spread my own wings and focus on my own sound. And yeah, that's a big dream come true. So it's really important for me.
Dannic Presents Funk, the album. I checked it out. A great listen. I could recommend everybody to check it out. One track that actually stood out, I thought, was Vintage. It's a mix cut by Tim van Wert. Yeah. Could you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, Tim is one of the talents that I signed to Funk and to my publishing as well, and that's someone who's really talented, has his own sound. It's like super unique, like all those organic sounds that he uses. Almost a little bit like what X-Tone did back in the days, like 2012, 2013. And right now he has like 4 or 5 demos that I'm helping him with, like finishing and mixing, mastering, and like give him the right tip with the experience that I have as a DJ and producer. And that's like one of my ultimate goals, to get him signed on X-Tone. And like, it's not only for funk. Like if he makes a track which suits more for X-Tone, then I'm really happy to help him get to that level.
I checked your agenda, and I mean, you played LA like this last weekend, right? And Philly before that, and you did Asia before that. Fucking killer, man!
I know, it's an ongoing thing. Like I only hop from country to country. Like every weekend I'm in a different time zone, and of course I get a lot of energy from it. But of course it sucks away a lot of energy as well. But it's all about staying healthy and trying to sleep as much on the planes as possible. And yeah, basically the music, it sounds cliche, but the music keeps me going and the passion keeps me going. But yeah, it's true, sometimes it can be really tough.
You have to be professional about it, right? I mean, it is a tough job.
Actually, it is like a sporting career. Like I'm not joking. It like physically, both mentally and physically, is really hard because you have the pressure of people like wanting you to release every month and wanting you to release like quality songs every month, but you're still like fighting jet lags and tiredness and fatigue every time. So and then you have your social life, and that's why a lot of guys are vulnerable to burnouts and stuff, and you hear a lot of that. For instance, Avicii now with his documentary. Did
you see it actually?
No, I really want to see it. I think he's gonna air it like in a few days. So I'm definitely the first to watch it.
I think it's gonna, because everybody says, and I saw a couple of shots from it, a couple of rushes. It is heavy shit, man. You see him in the hospital actually.
Yeah, of course, but that's what people always see, like us behind the DJ booth, like really energetic. Of course, that's when I'm, you know, you get the adrenaline and the energy from the crowd, but after that I can be like completely sick or like tired and done. But you get pumped up with the show, and that's the downside. And besides that, then you have like all the legal stuff which is going on, and the management stuff, and you have to contracts and stuff. Like there's a lot going on. It's not just me being a DJ and putting my hands in the air.
One quote that I got off your Facebook page is so many exciting things coming up. It gives me the best energy there is. Never give up pursuing your dreams. Never. What I read from that is you had some tough shit.
Yeah, I think it's been like 1.5 years that I've had a little bit tougher than usual. I switched from management. I actually did my management for 7 months myself, which killed the whole creativity, of course, because I was basically running my company but not being creative. But right now I have like, yeah, all the right people on the right job. So I have my own dedicated manager. I have a great tour manager. I have a great bookings agency. Like everything right now is fixed. Like, and now I can finally be creative and be, yeah, energized again and motivated again by making music.
One of the things that I wrote down when I prepared this interview, I was like, I saw your career take off, and it just went up, well, more than steady. Yeah. I think like exponentially steady, like really well. Yeah. And then I had the idea, and maybe I'm wrong, that it sort of dipped, and now you're up again. Is that true?
Yes and no, because
that's just the public eye, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's what we see.
And that's kind of what bothers me, bothered me really, because I had to explain why I dropped down from 26 to 70 in the DJ Mag, and which is all about perception. But yeah, in the end, my shows went gradually like better, and of course I know, like I only did like club tracks in the year, so, and that's what the year where I was doing my own management, so that was kind of a dip for me as well.
But to me, you know, because you mentioned the DJ Top 100, to me, if a DJ goes from 20 to 40 to 12 to I don't know, it's just, to me it says like, okay, probably this DJ producer is doing something interesting, yeah, not focusing on a list somewhere.
Yeah, that's true, but you know, for me, again, it's all about perception, but it was also time for me to spread my own wings, so I distanced myself a little bit more from Revealed, and that was kind of the year when I introduced Fonk Recordings, so I had to build up my own fan base again, kind of. Of course, I took a lot of people with me, but again, you have to build the whole thing. And I think that's part of the dip.
It definitely wasn't a creative dip. 2 new tracks out, Alive with McKenna Tyson. That's your mom.
That's my mom. Also, yeah, sorry.
So no worries. Alive, a new track with McKenna Tyson. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, actually the instrumental is almost 2 years old. Yeah. I was really struggling finding the right vocal because it's harder than it seems. I think we had over 20 vocal demos for it.
Great lyrics too, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I was really happy when we finally touched base with McKenna, because she really nailed it, and I think Alicia Madison is the writer of the track, or of the vocals. It's just a great writer, and I was like, yes, this is what I needed, because it's like a really emotional track, you know, and it's really hard to find like the right vocal. But yeah, she did it.
Fits really well. Hey, and then Rockin. It starts off with a sample. It's like almost a hip hop sample, you know, with the beat kicks. Then I rock. Where did you get it from?
It's actually yesterday I did a masterclass, and I talked about Rockin and how I came up with the idea. Basically, I was preparing a tech house set just for fun, and there was like this tech house track which the beat kicks, and I started rocking, but like pitched down and everything, and with a really like simple beat. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, that sample's so cool. Yeah. So, and basically, yeah, you know that too, like in hip-hop, everything is sampled, even Kanye West. Daft Punk is known for sampling, so I was like, yeah, I wanna have this sample and build a track around it. That's what I did.
Because it reminded me of like old school hip-hop, but meets like old Chemical Brothers stuff, like block rockin' beats.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a really cool sample. I love it.
I wonder, how does it go down when you play live? Do people get it?
Yeah, for sure. It just goes off really well. Yeah. It's actually a really simple track, but it just works really well on the dance floor.
Next question I had, you already tipped the point here, is you do master classes, also on video. what is basically the most asked question you get? Because we talked to the guys from Blaster Jacks yesterday. They did also did masterclass, and they said, well, everybody wants to know how you become famous, which is question number one.
Yeah, nowadays it's really hard because everything is so saturated. Everyone wants to become a DJ. So how do you get noticed? I think that's the number one question. I always tell people, like, if you make music that comes from the heart, if you're not copying anyone, of course, getting inspired is fine. But making music that's genuinely you, then you eventually will get noticed. I'm 100% sure. And it all starts with music. But first, like, I see a lot of guys like, hey, I've been producing for 2 months, what do you think of this? No, get back into the studio, listen to reference tracks that you know that you really like, find out what's missing in your track, and just try to develop your sound and own that sound, and then start out sending it out to labels or SoundCloud or your mom or your dad, whatever.
So be yourself, and then because you are yourself, be original?
Be unique, be original, but also be perfectionistic about it, because that's what I just told you. Like, I see a lot of people that just, oh yeah, I made this track in 2 hours, what do you think of it? No, go back to your room, finish that track, make sure you're 100% behind it, and then send it out.
What will 2018 bring for you? Any plans, any collabs that you can actually name? Because I mean, I think I'm going to stop asking DJs about collabs, because everybody says like, I have some exciting shit coming up, and then I go like, with whom? And then well, I can't tell yet. So
no, I can tell you. I can tell you a bit. So I just did a collaboration with Fedel de Grand, and yeah, I signed a contract with Spinning Records as well. So we are gonna do some interesting collaboration with Inna, Romanian singer, which is something totally different. Because last year I played Untold Festival for the first time, played for 60,000 people on the main stage, and they asked me like, do you know any Romanian singers or people in the music industry? I'm like, yeah, Inna, because Inna had a huge hit in the Netherlands, I think 4 years ago or something. And actually, like the day after, I got an email from her management. Hey, we saw that you mentioned Inna, would be maybe great to collaborate. I'm like, yeah. Do you have any beats for her? I'm like, yeah, of course, but maybe we should try something different instead of like house. And I sent her an idea, and she really loved it. And yeah, we have a collaboration coming up, so that's really exciting because it's something totally different.
It's amazing news, man.
Yeah, that's great.
So, I mean, do you venture out into making pop music now? Am I correct here?
No, because because that's the thing that I want to say right now. Like, I'm not want to be the next Chainsmokers. I really want to focus on making house music, but a little bit more commercial, like back in the days, all those amazing songs like Mojo Lady and all those, you know, good feeling tracks, like feeling good tracks. I really love to make that, so I have like a more disco-ish track coming up. The one with Inna, and then I think like Miracles with Fetty is one of the best examples of how I want to approach my more commercial, housey, Dannic sound.
Sweet. I think it's really cool that you mentioned Mojo. I mean, two guys from France.
Yeah.
We did an interview with them, I think back in, I don't know, 96 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah. No, amazing, but I like Daft Punk as well. Like,
yeah, but I mean, they were way before Daft Punk, and I don't think they got enough credits, though.
No, yeah, I know, but it's like...
I mean, I'm just surprised because you know this track.
Yeah, of course, no. I played all those new disco tracks back in the days, yeah.
Hey, any shows coming up worldwide that the people should go to? I mean, you're back in the States, you go back to Asia.
Yeah, Asia right now is crazy, so I'm more in Asia than ever.
I saw you in Myanmar, man. Jeez.
Myanmar, China, Japan. I have a residency in Japan, which is great. Yeah, big in Japan, they say, right? No, it's amazing. I'm really honored, and that's why I'm really focused right now. I'm doing really well, and I just can't wait for people to actually hear all the new music, and yeah, it gives me a lot of energy.
Hey, thanks so much for this interview, and fantastic that you have all your shit together now, because it looks like me that you're about to take off again.
I hope so. I just
no doubts whatsoever.
For me, like I'm still doing this because I'm really passionate about it. It's still my hobby, you know. But it's good to finally have the same energy that I had before.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, man.